Welcome back to our channel. Today let's find out about the second Arya Satya preached by the Buddha. That is the truth of the origin of suffering, Samudaya. The concept of Samudaya explains that suffering arises from attachment and craving. The Buddha taught that our desires and attachments are at the core of our suffering. When we become attached to things, people, or circumstances, we develop a strong craving or clinging to them. This attachment can take various forms, such as craving for sensual pleasures, craving for material possessions, craving for power and control, or even craving for certain experiences or relationships. The problem with attachment and craving is that they are inherently insatiable. Even if we manage to fulfill one desire or obtain what we crave, it often doesn't bring lasting satisfaction. Instead, it tends to lead to more craving and attachment, creating a never-ending cycle of seeking and discontentment. This constant pursuit of desires can be a significant source of suffering in our lives. Furthermore, attachment and craving can also lead to aversion and resistance. When we become attached to something and are unable to obtain it or lose it, we experience disappointment, frustration, and even anger or sadness. We may resist or reject experiences that don't align with our desires, further adding to our suffering. The Buddha emphasized that the root cause of suffering lies within our own minds. Our attachment and craving create an internal state of dissatisfaction and a sense of lacking. This state of mind becomes the breeding ground for suffering, as we constantly strive to fulfill our desires and cling to external things for our happiness. To overcome suffering, the Buddha taught the importance of cultivating detachment and non-attachment. By recognizing the impermanence of all things and understanding that clinging to them only leads to suffering, we can gradually loosen our attachments. This doesn't mean we should avoid relationships or give up on our goals, but rather develop a healthier relationship with them, understanding that they are transient and not the ultimate source of lasting happiness. Practicing mindfulness and meditation can also help us gain insight into our desires and attachments. By observing our thoughts, emotions, and cravings without judgment, we can develop a deeper understanding of their impermanent and unsatisfactory nature. Through this self-inquiry and introspection, we can gradually reduce our attachment and craving, leading to a greater sense of peace and freedom from suffering. In summary, the truth of the origin of suffering, Samudaya, according to the Buddha, is that suffering arises from attachment and craving. Our desires and attachments lead to dissatisfaction and perpetuate the cycle of suffering. By recognizing the nature of attachment and cultivating detachment, we can begin to understand and address the root causes of our suffering. Stay with us. Don't forget to like this video, share it with others, and leave your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for joining us on this enlightening journey.